Before we dive into details, a little about myself. My name is Gracie, and I am a customer success manager here at HiCounselor. Prior to joining HiCounselor, I worked as a student support specialist at Pearson, a higher education management company. My experience in higher education and project management helped me join this great team at HiCounselor. Candidates often identify the following challenges preventing them from landing their dream job. Recent grads have a smaller networking pool, which impacts their chances of referrals. This means they are applying to jobs with no prior connection to the company. Also, candidates feel unprepared for technical and behavioral interviews. We think HiCounselor can be the solution for these challenges. We help job seekers land their dream job by assisting them with the following key components. We provide a concise 3-week training and will cover important topics and concepts that are frequently asked during interviews. Through our mentors and our proprietary tools, we will help simplify your networking process and make you feel more confident as you apply for jobs. So what is HiCounselor? Are we a staffing agency or a consultancy? No, we are a career accelerator. We help job seekers like yourself land your dream job by training you for interviews and providing good interview opportunities. Our co-founders, Aditya and Rani, have known each other for several years and used to converse about the challenges their companies face in hiring the right candidate. They realized there was an opportunity to create a job accelerator curated to the exact roles tech companies struggle to find. Together, they left their respective roles and started HiCounselor in 2019. We only work with candidates who are interested in software engineering, data-related roles, product management, and Salesforce consulting roles. When a candidate is enrolled in the program, our first step is to provide interview-focused training. Our mentors come from top companies like Google, Facebook, Adobe, and the ones you see here. They will assist you in unlocking the interviews and realizing your potential. Along with interview preparation, our team helps you with networking and referrals. We have a network with over 200 companies that include large Fortune 500 companies and tech startups. In addition to networking and referrals, we also provide you tools to speed up your networking and help you with your job search. Enrolled candidates will first participate in a 3-week instruction. Each week, our expert mentors will teach you important concepts, topics, and questions to unlock the HR, behavioral, and technical interviews. Sessions take place around 5 p.m. PST and last between 1 to 2 hours. In week 4, we conduct one-on-one mock interviews, networking strategies, and finalize your resume and LinkedIn profile. Our automated networking and referral campaign will begin in week 4 and continue until you have received a job. During this time, you will always have access to our mentors, proprietary networking tools, and the customer success team in an effort to further assist you in landing interviews. How are we different from our competitors? All other accelerators will only help you with interview preparation. They won't bring you interview calls. We not only help you with the interview prep, but we help you with day-to-day networking as well. The average time to land a job is about 9 weeks, and this does include your 3-week interview preparation and training. For our pricing, we work on income share agreement and have 2 different cases. Case 1, if you are currently unemployed and looking for a job, you don't pay any fee upfront. You pay 9% of your first year's salary only when you land a job, nothing before then. For example, if you land a job with $100,000 base salary, only base salary, you will pay HiCounselor 9%, which is $9,000 in 6 monthly installments of $1,500. In any case you get laid off, you stop paying us. You will only pay us when you are actively working. Case 2, for those who are currently employed and looking for a better job, there is an enrollment fee of $1,500, which is refundable once you land a job. This $1,500 is to de-risk ourselves in case you decide to continue with your current job. But again, people who are unemployed don't have to pay any fees upfront. The beauty of our program is that even after paying 9% to HiCounselor, you will make $20,000 to $30,000 more because you earn for 3 extra months. Also, our candidates get $10,000 to $15,000 higher compensation. We have helped hundreds of recent grads and experienced professionals land a job in the last year. Every candidate who has joined this program has landed a job. Here are a few success stories that we have to share with you today. And if you would like to read more, we have other success stories on our website. If you are interested in joining our program, please visit our website at HiCounselor.com, click on Apply to the upcoming cohort, fill in your application details, and click Apply Now. We will evaluate your profile and schedule a 15-minute interview to learn more about your work experience and education. Our batch size is limited, so we will let you know if you are accepted in the program within 24 hours of the interview. That is the overview of our program, and you will receive all these details in an email shortly after the meeting. But thank you so much for your time, and now we will start our Q&A.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for patiently listening to the information. I know it's very difficult to listen to anyone for 6 to 7 minutes, but we're happy to take any questions you may have. You can simply put your questions in the chat box, and I'll be happy to take it one by one. And until we get our first question, let me quickly share my screen and share the application process. But again, guys, you can start adding your questions. So can you see my screen now? Okay, yes. So our next cohort starts on this coming Monday, which is March 14th. So if you're interested, simply go to our website, HiCounselor.com, click on Apply to Upcoming Cohort, this one, and simply fill out this form. Enter your name, email ID, LinkedIn profile URL. It's very important to enter the right LinkedIn profile URL, because based on that, we'll invite you for a quick one-on-one interview call. Okay. Enter your phone number and the career track that you're interested in. As Gracie mentioned in the information session, we are only helping candidates who are looking for a job in software engineering, like front-end, back-end, full stack or software engineer role, data-related job roles like data analyst, data scientist, data engineer, business analyst or business intelligence analyst, or AI ML related roles, product management roles like product manager, associate product manager, and Salesforce consulting job roles. So select whichever track is applicable for you and apply. Within 24 to 48 hours of your application, we'll review it. If it fits right to our program, we'll invite you for a one-on-one interview call. It's not like an interview call, but it's more about getting to know your background, what you're looking for, and to ensure that HiCounselor is in the right place to help you out. Okay. And after that, quick one-on-one 10 or 15 minutes call, we'll let you know our decision within 24 hours. And our next cohort is coming Monday. Okay. And yeah, that's all about it. And let's start taking questions. There are so many of them. Let's get started. I'm just scrolling up so that I can reach to first question.
Looks like it's the, will this work for international students who are currently on an F1 OPT?
Yes. Thank you, Gracie.
Yeah, no problem.
So definitely. So our program is for both local candidates who are American citizens or green card holders, as well as international candidates who are on currently F1 OPT, H1B, H4 EAD, L1 visa. At HiCounselor, if I talk about last 1 year, we had about 55% candidates who are international candidates and about 45-ish% candidates who are local candidates. So pretty good mix of candidates from diverse background. So you should be good. Okay. Regarding F1 OPT, one criteria is there that you need to have at least 20 days in your OPT, 90 days OPT counter, because if you have less than 20 days, I mean, it's very tough, right? And again, if you're into that situation where you're losing your OPT days, we can also help you stop your OPT counter by helping you get some internships in startups in Bay Area or in New York. Okay, we can talk more about it if that is needed. Okay, the next question is from Adalit. Do you have cybersecurity jobs? No, Adalit, we do not focus on cybersecurity right now. That is our focus for future. Probably 4 to 6 months down the line, we plan to jump into security space, where we'll help candidates with cybersecurity, token management, ping identification type of skills. So not right now, but we'll definitely let you know once we roll it out. The next one is from Ritika Gupta. Do you provide part-time or intern jobs? No, Ritika, we only help with full-time job. That's 40 hours per week. It's not for part-time internship or yeah, that's not there. The next one is from Manideep. I'm looking for UI UX designer roles. Will this program help me land into those roles? No, not into UI UX. Again, that is into our roadmap. But right now we are only focused on software, product, data, and Salesforce consulting roles. Okay. The next one is from Dimple. Is the process applicable for internship? Dimple, as I said, no, it's not for internship, mostly for full-time job positions. But in probably next 2 to 3 weeks, we are coming up with a page on our website on HiCounselor.com where you'll be able to see open internship opportunities as well. So if you're looking for internship, you can go there, apply for internship, and we'll try to make it easy process because we do get a lot of requests about internships. So we won't be able to accept you in the program for internship, but I think we'll provide you some opportunities that you can directly reach out and get access there.
Mm-hmm. I do want to let everyone know this will be recorded and sent to you after. So if you do miss any answers, you will get the recording.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Thank you, Rishi. The next one is, do you guys help upcoming college graduates find opportunities? Yes, James. So HiCounselor is called a career accelerator for recent graduates and early stage professionals who have like 0 to 5 years of work experience. So if you're a recent grad, have no work experience, only have some internship experience, or even if you don't have internship experience, we can help you find a job. Even in the last 2 years of journey at HiCounselor, we have helped about 60% candidates who were early in their career did not have any work experience. So definitely. And again, I would like to address this concern here again because I think some of the people asked it at the beginning of session. Getting a job as an entry-level candidate, it's not impossible, and people think that there are no job opportunities out there. But in reality, you just need to target the right job roles in the right manner. Again, in any company, there are more number of entry-level people compared to senior leaders. I mean, if we just the startups are exception, which are in very early stage, like who are Series A funded or probably seed funded startups, they only look for like some experienced folks who can jump in, take the work right on the very first day. But as soon as you go to any Series D later funded companies, mid-level companies, or any Fortune 1000 companies, all of them require a lot more junior people than senior people. Okay, so shed this mindset that, okay, I'm an entry-level guy, there are no positions for me. Okay. The next one is, I want to secure a job, currently pursuing masters, will graduate by 23. Can I take my chance now? If you're graduating in 2023, I think we are too early for you. We are a right fit for you if you're graduating in current May, June timeframe, or if you've already graduated in December or last June and looking for a job. Because the way we work is we'll provide you 4 weeks of training and then we'll start getting you interview calls, right? So probably 8 to 10 weeks, you'll have a job, or companies would like to hire candidates who are available for job probably in the next 2 to 3 months, not someone who will be graduating in December or like 2023. So if you're graduating in 2023, please apply again on our platform sometime, say by early next year, January, February timeframe, and then we should be able to help you. The next question is, are there any SEM or C-level roles available? So Carlos, as we said, we are primarily for entry-level candidates, but there are situations in like tracks like product management or in like software engineering job roles where we help senior people as well, because a lot of companies in our network, they always ask for like some executive of folks or like people who have a lot of work experience. So not many people that join HiCounselor who have a lot of experience, but I would say there are 10 to 12% people who join HiCounselor and look for really experienced job roles. And we should be able to get you that really, really fast, given our network with companies. Jerry says, I'm looking for 100% remote position of software engineer. Jerry, that is absolutely possible. And we should be able to help you with that. And I think given the current situation, a lot of companies are remote. I won't say that that you will have chances much better than everyone else who are willing to relocate anywhere in the US. But still, I think there are good enough number of opportunities for remote roles. Salil says, I would like to know more about Salesforce consulting job roles. Yes. So Salil, we started Salesforce consulting recently, and the reason of starting Salesforce consulting program is because there is a big crowd of candidates who have earned bachelor's or master's degree in any technical field like computer science, data science, or some management degree like master of engineering management, information system, masters in business analytics, right? These folks are absolutely perfect for Salesforce consulting job roles. But if you look at the general trend, people post like, hey, I'm open to work, I've not been able to get jobs. The reason behind that is people don't have employable skills. And Salesforce is a kind of skill that is in huge demand in the market right now, and it will be there for at least next 4 to 5 years. It is one of the highest in demand CRM platform right now. And if I talk about data in the next 4 years, I think 300,000 jobs in the US alone will require Salesforce skills. And I come from Deloitte, where I worked as a Salesforce consultant for 4 years. So I collaborated with some of my colleagues from Deloitte and PwC, some senior managers, senior consultants, and we built a 4 to 5 weeks of training program in which we train you on Salesforce technical as well as consulting skills. That will make you a perfect candidate for any big four consulting firm or any other product or tech consulting companies, right, who implement Salesforce. So that's what we are starting. And let me tell you that even before our cohort graduate, right, or for example, the 9th March cohort of Salesforce, not 9th March, sorry, 14th March cohort of Salesforce will be graduating somewhere in the first week of April. And we already have a lot of companies who are ready to interview Salesforce candidates. I can't emphasize on how much demand it is, and it just take 4 to 5 weeks to get someone trained on Salesforce and get started as a Salesforce consultant or a Salesforce business analyst job role. So again, if you come from any technical or management degree background, I would highly recommend you to consider this option. Okay. And by the way, to add one more thing, in our Salesforce training, we'll be training you on Salesforce admin as well as Salesforce Sales Cloud. These are the two most in-demand products of Salesforce for entry-level candidates. And the salary for entry-level candidates in Salesforce domain is anywhere between $80,000 to $130,000, depending upon who the employer is, right? For example, when I started with Deloitte, my initial salary was, and I'm talking about 5 years ago, that was about $85,000, right? And colleagues who started with me, I left Deloitte about 3 years ago, but colleagues who started with me 5 to 6 years ago, they are at more than $200,000 to $250,000 right now, just in 5 years. Okay, so that's the demand of Salesforce. Okay, moving on to the next one. I'm looking for MS SQL Server Database admin role. Mohammed, I don't think we would be able to help you with MS SQL Server because that's more on the DevOps side. So we are not a right fit for that. But if you're looking for SQL, like a data analyst role that's focused on SQL, then we should be able to help you. I'm interested for a QA quality assurance. Is that what you guys deal with? Sorry, Parul, we don't deal in QA roles, but if you're targeting QA role, I think you have a perfect background for Salesforce consulting job roles. And QA roles are good as well. I'm not like extremely against it, but this is not a rare skill in the market, right? Because more and more QA roles are getting replaced by platforms like Selenium, who are known for like automation testing. So if you're in QA or if you're targeting QA job roles, I would recommend you to consider Salesforce job roles, because again, seems like you have technical background. That's why you're in QA, and you can easily jump into Salesforce consulting job roles with just 4 to 6 weeks of training, and you'll be all good. The next one is from Mola. Do we need Salesforce certification to join this cohort? No, you don't need a Salesforce certification. If you have it, that's great. Okay. After our 4 to 6 weeks of training, I think you'll be in a perfect position to earn Salesforce admin certification. Okay. Or even Salesforce Sales Cloud certification, but you don't need to have a certification to join HiCounselor program. Next question is, do you provide online internship in Salesforce admin role? We do not provide any internships. It's only for full-time job roles. Then he said, what if I find a job through another channel, another headhunter? Does it work? So guys, any job that you land while enrolled in the HiCounselor program will be a part of income share agreement. The reason behind that is we are not a staffing agency or a consultancy. We are a career accelerator. Our job is to help you prepare for interviews and then get interview opportunities. If you fail in those interview opportunities, we get you prepared for interviews again, and then we help you get more interview opportunities, right? So even if you apply by yourself, say on LinkedIn, or your friend refers you, right, and you get an interview opportunity, you'll still be using resume and LinkedIn that is optimized by a HiCounselor. You'll still be using skills to crack technical HR and behavioral interviews and to get the job. So that's why we cannot differentiate whether you landed a job by yourself or through HiCounselor. We become a partner in your job search effort. At the end, when you become successful, both of us get rewarded. The next question is, could you give me certification for the Salesforce or data science? No, we cannot give certification. I think certification can only be given by say Salesforce authority, right? No one else can give you a Salesforce certification. You need to pass their exam to get a Salesforce certification. But when you complete our 4 weeks of training program, companies do appreciate it. And that's when we refer our candidates. They understand, for example, for Salesforce cohort, they understand it's prepared by Deloitte consultants. So they have covered most of the things that are needed to be done in the daily job as a consultant. So they value you much more than when you apply just without HiCounselor training program, but we cannot provide anyone certification. The next one is, what if I, no, not this one, graduation date in application. So if you've recently graduated, Chandni, or is about to graduate, or like whenever you graduated, the idea is, for example, as one candidate said, I'm graduating in 2023, then you're not a right fit. Right? So that's why we need to know about your graduation date. If you've graduated in past, that's great. But if you're graduating in future, that's when we need to know. So that just to identify if you would fit into the program or not. The next one is, I'm looking for entry-level jobs as Salesforce admin. I have a career gap of 14 years. For the last more than 1 year, I studied admin and passed my certification, but due to large gap in career, I'm hardly getting any jobs. So Niru, this situation happened. I mean, I've heard this situation from a lot of people that they have Salesforce admin certification or even like Oracle Cloud certification, but they're not able to get a job. The reason behind that is companies or employers do not need bookish or academic knowledge. They don't care about that, right? All they need is, are you able to perform tasks that are needed in their day-to-day projects, right? That is done by a business analyst or a consultant at these companies. That's why in our training program, the focus is less on the bookish knowledge and more on the real practical project, right? I mean, when you graduate from our program, you'll be in a situation that you can say, okay, these are the 25 tasks that are required to be done by any Salesforce admin or consultant or sales cloud expert, and I'm able to do that. And you would do it so many number of times at HiCounselor that you'll be absolutely comfortable in that, right? So my recommendation to you is that focus on the real tasks that are done as a Salesforce admin rather than just certification. I mean, getting certification is too easy. You just go on Google and search like dump for Salesforce certification and you'll get all 90 questions. And that's how people get certification, right? But you cannot get a job on that basis. The next one is, and also to address, when you said you have a large career gap, don't worry about career gaps. The companies are absolutely fine these days. Okay, if you can do the job, that's what they want. The next one is, I want to pursue my career in data science. I want to do remote job and part-time would be fine. Does the class runs every day? Yes, the class is from every day, Monday to Friday, 5 to 7 p.m. Pacific, but all the sessions are recorded. You can revisit if you miss any session and watch it again. Okay. So again, we recommend you to attend live sessions. There is always a benefit of attending a live session, but if you miss it, you can always watch recording. Now you want to do a remote job, that's fine, but you want to do a part-time job. I don't think that companies would be, I mean, I'm not saying that it's impossible, but most of the companies, they are not okay. But you can definitely try. I recently came across, I mean, I was talking to an executive and he told me a story that that there is a person, she had a very specific requirement to work only for 25 hours per week. and they offered her this job of only 25 hours per week, but she had a very, very specific and deep knowledge in something that this company absolutely needed it. In that scenario, that might be possible, but that's not our expertise to help get a part-time job. Okay. Sami says, I have QA experience. Do you have QA roles? Sami, we do not help with QA roles, but as I said, if you have background in QA, I would highly recommend you to try Salesforce. Okay. That would make you, I mean, in QA, for example, the average salary starts about like $55,000 to $60,000. You'll be much more employable if you equip yourself with Salesforce skills. I'm a part-time now and making less than 40K. There is no upfront fee. Yes, if you're making less than $40,000, you won't be paying anything upfront. Guys, the idea of paying upfront is just to ensure that you're dedicated in the program. When we enroll a candidate in our program, there's a huge upfront investment from our side. Okay. Somebody who doesn't have a job, we understand that this person will be truly positive about the job search, will put in all the efforts and time. But when people have job, right, sometimes they get complacent and they're like, okay, I'm happy in my current job and I'm not doing it, right? Then it's a lot of investment from our side. That's why if you're earning more than $40,000, you're currently in a job, then there is a small upfront fee. Okay. The next question is, what is income share agreement? Can you please tell me more about it? So guys, income share agreement is just a simple document that says that once I land a job, I'll pay HiCounselor 9% of my first year's salary. And this is just like a business document between HiCounselor and the candidate, because we make a lot of upfront investment, right? So it's just a simple document. That's a small agreement between HiCounselor and the candidate. If you don't land a job, you don't pay anything to HiCounselor, right? You only pay when you land a job, you start earning, you earn for at least 1 month. And the way you pay credit card bill, that's how you pay us, right? So it makes easy for, I mean, it's an instrument for candidates so that they don't have to pay anything upfront. It's easy for them to join cohort and then they can pay easily once they land a job. Okay. The next one is this aimed at new grads? How can you help HiCounselor changing someone's career? Definitely it's for new grads. As I said, we've helped a lot of candidates in new grad category. Changing career depends on what career you want to change. Suppose if you are coming from, say, a supply chain background, now you want to jump into software engineering and you have no education in between, right? Relevant education, we won't be able to help. But if you're coming from a supply chain background or like a sales background, want to jump into Salesforce consulting, we should be able to help. So it depends on what your current, what your situation is. So I would recommend you to apply to on our platform, and we'll be able to look into your specific situation. Gracie, if you can add like our page, hicounselor.com/apply in the chat box, so it Lee can directly apply over there, right? And
Yep.
we'll look into the. Okay, thank you. Oh, there are a lot of questions, guys. We'll take probably 2-3 more, and then I think let's see which one are redundant. Are you able to help find entry-level Salesforce admin jobs? We have already answered this, Daniel. You can rewatch watch the recording, but yes, we should be able to help you. How many candidates will you accepting for upcoming cohort? We try to keep our cohort size very, very limited, right? The idea is that you work with, you study with instructors on a very personalized format. Okay, so we try to keep our cohort size to about 20 to 25 candidates. Even in technical sessions, we reduce that to about 10 to 15 candidates. So you'll be able to interact with instructors in a much personalized manner. Okay. The next one is, what's the average salary you help get? So average salary at HiCounselor is about $98,000 or about $100,000 so far. Again, the salary depends on many factors, like where you have landed a job, your work experience in the past. But if I talk about entry level category, it's about $85,000. And for people with 1 to 2 years of work experience, that's around $98,000 to $100,000. What about startups pool, SF with 10 to 100 million investment raise preferably? So again, it depends on your choice, Georgie. You decide where you want to land a job, right? When you join HiCounselor, the first session is about knowing your requirements. So you mentioned that, hey, I'm interested in startups. So we'll be focusing more on startups. Or you mentioned I'm interested in like Fortune 1000 companies or like mid-level companies. So we'll be targeting accordingly. I mean, if you're focused on startups, I would be more than happy to help you in the startup domain, right? The next one is Parul that says, do you provide jobs in software quality? We have already said no in quality assurance. Asha says, I'm looking for something in quantitative trading or investment financial analyst jobs, like you told in PPT, BCG, Amazon. So we have helped candidates land a job at BCG and Amazon, but not in financial investment domain. That's a completely separate domain, requires absolutely different training. So we won't be able to help you getting the financial analyst role. We can help you get data analyst, business intelligence analyst. Okay. The next one is again from Lee. What's the success rate of the cohort and the longest it takes someone to find a job? So success rate at HiCounselor is 100%. Any person who has joined HiCounselor has landed a job. Now, how long does it take? It's like a bell curve. Okay, so about 15 to 20% candidates land a job within a few weeks of completing our 4 weeks of training program. It's just like you get an interview call, and some candidates crack their very first interview, they land a job. About 50 to 60% of candidates fail in a few interviews. In 3 to 4 interviews, they learn from their mistakes, they get more interview opportunities, and then they land a job in about 7 to 8 weeks, including 4 weeks of training program. About 50 to 20% of candidates fail in a lot of interviews, and they take about 12 to 13 weeks to land a job. The longest time I think one candidate took was about 4 to 4.5 months, but that was like one of the rare situations. This candidate came from mechanical engineering background, and she wanted to jump into a data scientist job role. So that's where it took her a quite long time. Okay. Next one is from James. Am I obliged to stay with the company you guys find me until I pay that 9% fee? Do I have to sign a contract stating this? No, you don't have to stay with any company, right? You can leave any company. I mean, you're not bounded with any company. You'll be at will employment, simply the way you get any normal job. You can leave that company. The moment you leave your job, you are not earning, you do not pay HiCounselor. So you're not bounded to any company. You're not in any contract with the company. It's just like any other normal job. Okay. Do I have to sign any contract stating this? No, you don't have to sign any contract stating that you're bounded to, you will be bounded to a company. Also, one more thing, guys, when you get like a job offer while working with HiCounselor, right? It will be your choice whether you want to sign that agreement or whether you want to join that particular job or not. Okay. If you don't think that job is a right fit for you, you have 3 other options, right? You want to evaluate the best one, you can choose anything. We do not get into that at all. Okay, it will be your choice whether you're joining a company or not joining a company. Okay. Next one is the end of my 90 days F1 OPTs 28th of April. Will the time frame be enough? Yes, I think that would be good enough. But again, I would highly recommend you to stop your OPT clock by getting any unpaid internship at any startups. We can help you with that as well. Kasturi says, I'm going to graduate in this May in applied economics and looking for data science job. What is the best time to join HiCounselor? Kasturi, this is the right time for you to join HiCounselor if you're graduating in May, because it will allow you to first train for 1 month and then get jobs probably sometime in the April timeframe. So you'll have a job before graduation. So this is the right time. The next one is from Feedster. Feemster, sorry if I pronounce your name incorrect. Transferable skills from being a teacher with BS in business administration, MIS degree, located in SF Bay Area, product management, business analyst job role. Definitely you can do that. Product management might be a little bit difficult task because companies require some product management experience. But if you have been a teacher in a BBA or MIS program, I think you could be a great fit for business analyst. Again, you've come from MIS, you can try Salesforce consulting as well. And product management you can try, but it might be a little bit challenging. Depends on the opportunities. But in Bay Area, there are tons of opportunities there. Okay, I'll have to skip some of the questions because it's a very, very long list. Manideep says UX roles, no UX roles. Ramya says trying to secure the product management job in B2B product organization like Salesforce, and I'm currently struggling to get interviews such as this. Ramya, we should be able to help you, definitely. But we also need to look at your background. So please apply to our program. We'll check your background. If you're a right fit, we'll schedule one-on-one interview call. And there we'll identify if we can actually help you. Georgie again asks, during the 4 weeks of training, can we look for a job by our own network? Yes, you can definitely look for a job. There's no restriction on that. Even during your 4 weeks of training program, sometimes if we come across a job position, if you're a right fit, we also refer you. Okay, so there is no foundation that you cannot search for a job. And at HiCounselor, look, it's not a passive program, right? It's a program where definitely you have to learn skills to crack interviews, right? We will also be providing you tools that will help you network and help you get interview calls really, really fast. So we have developed some AI ML powered tools that will help you automate and speed up networking by yourself, right? So even if you're searching for a job by yourself, you'll see a lot more interviews flowing in, okay? The next one is from Kevin, Salesforce job, how long take me to land? I already have the admin certification. Kevin, again, we need to ensure that you are absolutely trained on the tasks that are required to be done by a Salesforce consultant or an admin, right? So we will provide you 4 weeks of training, and after that, we'll connect you with the recruiters or the companies. Like, for example, we work very closely with Deloitte, Ernst & Young, Accenture. So definitely we can connect you. If you crack the interview, I don't think it should be more than a few weeks. Okay. The next one is, and by the way, having an admin certification, I think that will put you in a very strong position compared to any other candidate. So I would highly recommend you to apply, and we'll be more than happy to help you out there. Daniel says, is the money that is paid to you pre-tax? Am I paying taxes on the entire salary? So it's 9% of your base salary pre-tax, but it does not include any of your signing bonus, relocation bonus, stock options, or anything else. It's only on your base salary. Salil says, great, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Salil, for joining. Ashok says, I'm looking for Java developer. Do you have immediate opportunity? Ashok, Java developer is in a massive, massive demand. If you are a Java developer, join HiCounselor, will get you placed. I mean, very fast. Okay, so it shouldn't be a big deal at all. The next one is Ritika. So many questions, but thank you. Is there any time frame for applying in the training program? So our cohort starts from Monday. We are taking applications until Thursday. So only tomorrow, by end of the day tomorrow, apply, we'll invite you for interview, and then we'll give you a decision. So tomorrow or probably by Thursday morning is the last time that we'll be accepting applications. So please apply ASAP. Okay, a lot of questions. Okay, guys, we'll take a few more. Okay. The next one is from Olu. I had a team member back at Deloitte, Olu. You reminded me of that. Okay, how do we register for the 5-week Salesforce training? So it's very simple, guys. Go to, let me again share my screen to show you again how you can apply. If you're interested, simply go to our website, hicounselor.com. Click on this tab, apply to upcoming cohort. Okay, click on this thing and fill out this form. And when you fill out this form, choose a track Salesforce consultant. Okay, that will tell us that you're interested in Salesforce training program. And accordingly, we'll review your profile and we'll get back to you. And here I'm adding this page link as well in the case you want to apply. Okay, let me stop sharing my screen. Next one is So the next one's from Heather. Can you tell me what's the exact time duration? If I find a job within, then I need to pay you. I mean, Heather, we help you until you find a job. The time period that we take to help you is about like 12 months, but nobody has reached that time frame, right? As I said, most of the average time is about 8 to 9 weeks, but we will help you until you land the job. Okay. Sheila says, I'm doing master's in data science, will graduate in 2022. Is it right time to search jobs since I'm interested currently? November 2022 is a little bit too late. I won't recommend right now. Probably reach out to us again in August timeframe. That would be the right time. The next question, what's the training schedule, please? What time of the day does it take place? So training schedule is Monday to Friday, 5 to 7 p.m. Pacific time. Again, all sessions are recorded. You can watch them anytime. Okay. Next question, how does the training start after acceptance? So guys, You apply on our platform, we'll invite you for a one-on-one interview. We connect with you on a Zoom call for interview. After that, within 24 hours, we'll get a decision from HiCounselor saying that, hey, congratulations, you've been accepted at HiCounselor. And you'll get the ISA details, the income share agreement. You'll complete the documentation. As soon as you complete the documentation, you'll get the meeting invites for the entire next week. So Monday to Friday, you'll get the calendar invite that, hey, Monday it's the kickoff call, Tuesday it's technical interview prep, Wednesday behavioral, Thursday strategic networking, Friday again technical interview prep. So you'll get the entire onboarding details once you complete the enrollment process. I mean, don't worry about it. You apply, we'll take care of the rest of the entire process. Is HiCounselor training a fixed time frame? For example, HiCounselor is starting a training today and it will take 4 weeks. How about candidates who want to join HiCounselor during this 4 week? Do we have to wait until the 4 weeks of the training that has already started? Yes. So we work in a cohort format. You cannot join any cohort in middle. You have to join it at the beginning of the program. Okay. So if you miss this one, probably you can join the next one in the beginning or the mid of April. But again, we take candidates on a rolling basis, try to keep cohort size to a limited number of candidates. So if we are not able to accept you in this one, probably the next one. Okay. The next one, I think we have covered most of the question. I applied but didn't get an email intimation. So you don't get an email intimation when you apply. There is a there is a green notification says, hey, thank you for applying, and we'll get back to you. So don't worry about it. We have your application. We'll reach out to you. There's one more candidate. Let's one more question. Let's take it. How much time beyond 10 hours of class per week do you think we will need to put into the process? How many hours a week commitment is this beyond classes? So Daniel, it's more about, so definitely 10 hours of classes are there. Apart from that classes, if you're dedicating 1 to 2 hours every day in going through what instructor has taught you, what homework was given, that would be a good amount of preparation. Again, it depends on where you're standing in your technical interview prep, right? Suppose you're not in a very good standing with your current technical understanding of interviews, probably you'll need to dedicate more time, but I think 1 to 2 hours is good enough, right? I mean, just see it as an investment for just 4 weeks. Study hard for 4 weeks and you'll be all good. Okay. Okay, the next, I have H4EAD, so can I still apply? Yes, Ritika, H4EAD companies love to get candidates on H4EAD because they don't need to file any application. They don't need to do any documentation for you. So H4EAD is all good. Neeru says, when is the next cohort training starting if I'm not able to join this one? So Neeru, the next one would be a month from now. Okay, perfect, guys. Thank you so much for all the questions. I think this is the maximum number of questions that we have got in any session. Wow. Okay, great. And I think I saw some of the names that also participated in virtual job fair. So thank you so much, guys, for staying in touch with us. And again, our objective at HiCounselor is to help community more and more, to help a lot more candidates. Last year, we helped about, we onboarded about 250 to 300 candidates. This year, our target is to help about 1,000+ candidates. So I look forward to seeing your application on our platform. Guys, as I said, our cohort starts from this coming Monday. We are accepting applications until tomorrow, end of the day, and we'll invite you for a one-on-one interview call. So please keep an eye on your email. We'll invite you. It will be a quick 10-15 minutes call either with me, Gracie, one of our team members, our co-founder Rani. We just want to learn more about you. You don't have to prepare anything. It's just more about learning about your education, your work experience, what you're looking for in your career, so that we can identify if we are a right fit for you. Okay. And just one last thing, that job search is a journey where, you know, it's different for everyone. Sometimes it takes 2 weeks, sometimes it takes 2 months. So don't get disheartened. Just be in the process, work on it, prepare, improving your interview skills and network a lot, and then you'll be in good shape.